In this video, I'm going to talk about living your passion, which is what we all want, isn't it? You see, in life, there are things we just absolutely love to do. There are things we naturally feel drawn to. There are activities that we lose ourselves in, getting in the flow. And there are things that we're passionate about that inspire us or that get us all riled up. So, in search of purpose, it's important to look for these things. You see, purpose implies meaning, yet it also implies something that feels like we're made to do it and that we feel passionate about it. And the good news is that instinctually or intuitively, we can actually identify these things. It's that inner nudge that pulls us towards what we love. There are 6 key elements to ignite your passions by both remembering them and living in alignment with them. And that's what we're going to go over, including childhood wonder, adult passions, your gifts, your dreams, your values, and your commitment. So first, let's look at insights from childhood, because you can glean powerful insights into your true nature and natural interests and passions by reflecting on what you were inspired by as a child. Your childhood wonder existed before you developed filters due to the influence of others and the limiting beliefs that you developed as you grew up. And often, your natural talents, inclinations, and interests were lost along the way because you were told that they were not practical or realistic or worthy. And oftentimes, you were not even given the chance to explore them through free play and self-directed time. But not all is lost. The true you, your inner child, has always known what you love. So sometimes our childhood passions and pleasures can bring new life into our adult world. But then other times, those old inspirations just no longer do anything for us. And they actually are there to show us how much we've changed. And so in the attached worksheet, there are a series of questions that will help you reflect on your deeper motivations and passions. Questions like, when you were a child, what did you want to do when you grew up? What did you enjoy in the past? List everything that you can think of, from food to activities, places you've gone to traditions that you've had, anything that you've liked, and also include why you liked it. So then look at your passion, like what do you love now? So you have an idea of what you used to love, so you want to add to this list by looking at your current inspirations. So what activities do you do now that bring you pleasure? What activities do you do now that you love that you could be doing more of? And what other aspects of life bring you joy, excitement, or energize you? And what have you been passionate about throughout your life? These childhood and adult passions and interests are powerful sources of inspiration and fuel for feeding yourself and living with purpose. So next, let's look at your gifts. What do you have to offer? You feel the most alive and passionate about life when you're doing what you're made for. So when you do something that comes naturally to you, like a talent, you're fully expressing yourself. So examining your talents and other qualities that you have can shed some light on what aspects of yourself that you can do the most good with, which also happens to be the same gifts that bring purpose and meaning to life. So what are your best qualities? And when are you most yourself? What makes you feel in flow? What comes easy for you that might be hard for others? And then there's your dreams. Like, what do you really want? Your dreams are calling you. And the true you already knows what they are and has never stopped dreaming. And often the key to unlocking both your passions and your purpose is to allow yourself to remember your dreams and go for them. So if you could have anything that you wanted, what would it be? Or if you could do anything that you want, what would you do? Next, let's look at values. What do you stand for? Sometimes your passions are the things that boil your blood. They tug at your heartstrings because you care deeply about them. Based on your values and ideals about life, what is it that you would want to make better in the world? Tuning into these values can unleash your passion. So, in what way could you be the change that you want to see? Or what do you stand for? And then lastly, your commitment. How can you live in integrity? What aspects of your life are you committed to? What values, dreams, gifts, and passions are you committed to fulfilling in your life? And what would it take for you to be living in integrity with who you really are? If you want to live a life of passion and purpose, you need to take the time to stir your passions up and allow yourself to be inspired by your own desire to live fully.